My name is Mike Protich from Red Sun Rising, and this is for World's Loudest Month. Pet peeves on tour. Besides Tyler Valenza, I'd say Ryan Williams. Another pet peeve is, well, usually kind of goes like this. Hey, rod me, bro. I'm sorry, what? Rod me. Who's Rodney? I didn't say Rodney. I said rod me. Give me a pretzel rod. Oh, we're out of pretzel rods. We're out of pretzel rods? Afraid so. How am I supposed to snack on this fucking tour? House rules on tour include no talking before noon. I feel like it lessens the amount of arguments. No excessive flatulence. No spitting Skittles at the driver. We had a few incidents. And everybody helps. Favorite food to eat on the road? Well, refer to question 1. But I myself enjoy a good peppermint patty on occasion. There's not really a specific food that we all kind of agree on, but we do end up at diners and dive places a lot. But that's kind of nature of the road in general. We've had some of our best band and crew conversations at some pretty sketchy places. So as far as actually what we eat, there's not anything in particular, but the vibe of the place we look for, or it looks for us. First concert. Let's see. Well, when I was growing up, there was a place called the Carousel Dinner Theater in the Akron area where I'm from, Akron, Ohio. So I kind of grew up going to musicals and theater, plays, stuff like that with my family. But my first real concert would be Eric Clapton. Actually, he got me into playing guitar. I actually started on a black and white Strat. So my mother took me for I believe it was my 14th or 15th birthday. So I was a late bloomer to the concert world. I'm not sure if there was an actual defining moment when I decided that I wanted to be a professional musician. It was kind of a culmination of life events. But I was going to college. I guess if there would be a point, it would be when I was in college. I was sitting in class, and I do remember it was American Politics was the class I was in. And I found myself listening to the lecture but not taking notes, writing lyrics out of the notes. And I actually showed my professor, and my professor said, these are really cool, but did you actually take notes? And I was a little embarrassed, but then I thought to myself, I think I'm wasting money here because I can't even concentrate on anything else. So I can't say that I just walked out that day and went full force into music, but that was definitely a moment that I remember. I can't recall anything that sticks out that's super strange that a fan has asked for or requested. I have been given some weird gifts, like random candy, and which is kind of strange, I guess. But there still is a fan of the band who's actually become a friend of ours. But he saw one of our videos and noticed I had a ring on, and he offered me an astronomical amount of money for that ring, and I didn't know where that ring was, or it was years ago. But I've also had people ask me to come speak to their classes, in school, like elementary schools, which is strange in a good way. It was actually a really cool experience to talk to young kids that were aspiring to be musicians or interested in how the business worked. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But Yeah, I've had some fun, interesting, and strange situations and requests, but nothing really specific that sticks out. Guilty pleasure track. I don't really have any guilty pleasure tracks simply because I threw out my shame a long time ago. So when I want to listen to something, I just listen to it, and I don't care who knows really. I love female vocalists. I've been known to rock some Alanis Morissette um, more than on occasion. Love her. And Sia, love her. More in the pop realm. There's a new girl named Kiza or Kiza. I don't even know how to say these people's names, but she's got some cool beats. There's a girl named Grimes I got into. But no, I love the oldies. You know, I love Elvis Presley. So I don't really have any guilty. I'm kind of all over the place. But as far as guilty, you know, crank it up, flame on. Ramones or Sex Pistols? It's interesting. I think what would be more interesting would be who would win in a fight. That'd be way more interesting than a musical contest, I'd say. And in a fight, I think maybe the Ramones would win. Biggie or Pac? Oh, I actually should have mentioned with my guilty pleasure part, I do love 90s hip-hop. So, but I am a big fan of Tupac. And that's simply because he was kind of the first one that I actually liked. So I'm sticking to that.
Pac.
The Beatles or the Rolling Stones? Now that would be an interesting one to see who would win in a fight. However, it seems like the Beatles have expired for the most part. So if it's a musical battle, I'd have to go with the Beatles. But there's nothing like the attitude of the Stones. But if I got to pick one, I'd say the Beatles. Thank you for watching. Keep an eye out for Red Sun Rising, and we'll keep an eye out for you. It's going to be a fun year.